In recent times, the topic of women in technology has been the bias for a lot of conversations. For some individuals, it is best to have more inclusive movements with women integrated into the larger tech ecosystem than exclusive ones that foster even more segregation.
Wanted to talk to you about some of the new trends in tech.
Dr. Janice Samani is the CEO of Faria Samani Group, and she shares her thoughts on the stereotype and bias against women in the tech space.
I believe that men should be at the table with women, and women should be at the table with men. It's very critical to have allies, and there are various levels of being an ally for women. And what we find is that when there's diversity at the table and when men are women's allies, we can actually innovate. And without both being at the table, the innovation can only go so far. So say, for instance, you want to develop a product. The product and majority of women buy the product. So in order to strengthen that innovation, it's very critical that women are a part of the planning, the design, the testing, and the execution of that particular product.
Here are her thoughts on the mindset of some females on not having the brain capacity to handle computer programming.
I look at it from this standpoint. It's actually very creative, and women are extremely creative. We multitask. We take care of the family, the children, the husband, the home, the animals, everything that we have a part in society. So women actually bring more to the table with that opportunity of being able to multitask. It's very, very important that women actually stand in their strength and in their power and realize that they have these skills and that they can continue to build them. Mathematics, engineering and science, technology, engineering, and actually mathematics does not only encapsulate math. It does not only mean that you have to be able to calculate like a computer, but what it means is that you have to be creative and utilizing your natural creative skill, that multitasking ability that you have, which is innate and in all women, you can actually execute in STEM very, very easily. And I say that STEM is a part of STEAM, if you will, and the A in STEAM actually means art, and that is an effective part. So you see technology in how you design dresses, in how you create makeup, and how you wear your fashion in music, in dance, in all the arts, which I've experienced being here in Nigeria. So I see art and I see technology all around me. And that's the most critical part of it, is that women really need to realize that they have those capabilities and that they utilize them every single day. Another form is looking at how you schedule your day. That is true technology. That is true STEAM and STEM, where you have to regulate and actually maneuver the children, figure out how you're going to plan for the day, sell your goods, come back and pick up the kids, cook your meal, and then have your dinner with your family, and then start all over again. That is all a part of technology. Now, where we use modern technology is actually in the programming, using your phone for e-commerce and things of that nature, buying things online. All of that brings technology into the everyday life that a lot of women are facing. So the math is only a small part of the calculation, and not all areas of STEM, as I mentioned, STEAM, it actually utilize math.
Speaking on the issue of few role models in the tech space, here's what she says.
Quite often it does make it unappealing, but what I would suggest, as I have done, when you have an opportunity and you can be the only female. I was the only one on that bus going to after school program to learn how to program. I saw an opportunity and I took it. And I didn't think about the calculations and getting back to the mathematics. I love math, but it doesn't mean you have to be an expert in math. So with that opportunity of making sure that as a female, you take on those opportunities that are available to you, I think are the most critical.
Janice tells us what effect STEM can make in Nigeria.
First of all, I see it in logistics, in transportation. That would be incredible. I'm working on a project now for India that's actually going to help regulate the freight and the logistics for the motor vehicles to go from one part of the country to the other, and to actually schedule when those deliveries will be made. I see that type of technology being extremely helpful. Also technology in regard to the improvement of the roadways. That's also a technology. I see the opportunity for technology in advancing Wi-Fi connection. That is always an opportunity, and I see that in every country that I go to. Even in the United States, sometimes in my particular city, we actually have drop calls. So that is yet an opportunity to advance here in Nigeria. And the research that I've seen is 7.9% women go into computer science. I would like to see that change. When you have 49.6% women here in Nigeria. So I really see the advancement of women going into computing and all areas of computing, whether it be cyberspace. That's also another area which is very, very important to Nigeria, I believe. Looking at cybersecurity and ransomware is a key area. So you could actually secure all the transactions that are online. That's I think, premier. Artificial intelligence, because of the arts and that opportunity that I'm seeing in a lot of the culture. A lot of music is happening. There's an exchange of the artists here in Nigeria to go abroad, as well as other countries in Africa. So looking at artificial intelligence as a key part of that, where you can place yourself somewhere that you are not physically there. So looking at 3D projections and that sort of thing in artificial intelligence. So to me, the opportunities here in Nigeria are vast. It's an open opportunity in many, many areas of technology and its application.
Although the population of women in the tech space is still lagging compared to that of the men, it is, however, important for young girls and women to know that they have the opportunity to change the tech scene and become positive influencers.